Shalom and welcome to Branch of Israel. This is Rabbi Roger coming to you from God's beautiful country, Israel. Something that most believers have is a vocabulary all of their own. For example, ask them how they are doing and their go-to answer is blessed. But I have to admit, the religious do the same thing here. Ask them how they are doing and they will reply back with, thank God. Ask anyone else that same question and 9 times out of 10 you will get, I'm fine. So when my wife and I moved to Israel, one of the first things we had to do was lose our Christianese vocabulary. Now, if everyone listening to the sound of my voice was to think about all of your go-to pat answers, could you seriously give me a definition of what that word really means? Let me use another word that is easy, the word amen. Now, we all know it means so be it, or so we think. But again, we use it because it is comfortable for us to say, and we have a rough idea of how to use it. So let us take a look at this word and see what really is being said. According to the rabbis, there are 2 thoughts on the actual meaning. The first, that it is an acrostic. In the Hebrew, the word amen is comprised of 3 letters. In other words, each Hebrew letter represents 3 words, which translate as, God is a trustworthy king. Another thought, it is derived from the Hebrew word for faith or belief. It is used as a way of agreeing with someone. In the Hebrew, it is considered an adjective describing a state or a mood. So when a person says amen, they commit themselves to a state of conscious agreement, judgment, and faith with that person. For example, in Jeremiah 28:6, it states, And the prophet Jeremiah said, Amen! The Lord do so, the Lord perform your words which you have prophesied, to bring back the vessels of the Lord's house, and all who were carried away captive from Babylon to this place. In this verse, it can be considered either as an acceptance or a confirmation. But now let us look at the ancient Hebrew, where it is considered something firm like a pillar, which supports or grabs hold of something. It can also be the passing of strength or skill to the next generation. A large group of the same kind of people becomes stronger than one person, like we have all read about in Genesis at the building of the Tower of Babel. So as we can see, amen by itself has no agreement in the same way as the word yes. Yet, when it is tied together with something, then it becomes rock solid, provided the person saying it is rock solid themselves. Also, in the ancient Hebrew, the first letter, aleph, was originally represented by an ox head. Anytime this is the first letter of a Hebrew word, it always represents strength and power, especially like the ox, or even can represent a strong leader as well. Are you firm enough in your faith to say amen? For more teachings and information, visit branchofisrael.com. That's branchofisrael.com. Again, this is Rabbi Roger coming to you from Israel. Thank you so much for listening. Leitraot, goodbye, or see you again.